Nigerian lawyers, Nigerian Bar Association, NBA president, Nigerian judiciary, I beg, make una come outside. Your attention is urgently needed. My country people, Nigerians, help me to tag the NBA president, the NBA, and every legal practitioner where you know for this country. Because at this point, we must deliberately call out every person, whether professional organization, private individual, former leaders, everybody wey get hand for where Nigeria day to day so must be put on notice. Whether you like, you respond or not, history will have it that this was brought to your attention and you did nothing and you were part of the destruction of this country. Because Nigeria is not in normal times and we must stop to pretend. Our dear NBA President, Mazi Afam Josiah Osigwe, SCN, sir, dear President of the Nigerian Bar Association, you cannot act or pretend not to know that Nigeria is in crisis. It does not matter for how long you have been fighting and screaming for a better country and Nigeria. During this consequential period of your NBA presidency, we need to hear louder voices of reason to be stronger to ensure that this country does not go into complete destruction. Our dear NBA president, is the NBA as the umbrella body of all legal practitioners sitting down to evaluate the role that the legal practitioner, the legal profession and the judiciary is playing in the destruction of this country? Are we not aware that at the heart of all the political crisis and instability in this country is the active hand and participation of the Nigerian judiciary and the legal profession? And that if the judiciary decided to do the right thing, Nigerians will have a hope of a better country. Our dear NBA president, I just want to ask a few questions. In Nigeria today, do we still have lawyers who have a conscience? Do we have lawyers who will stand for integrity, for truth and justice, to know that you should make sacrifices to ensure that Nigeria's constitutional order and rule of law does not collapse and go into ruination? Dear NBA president, today does Nigeria still have a judiciary, or we have the legal department of every political party in power? Does Nigeria still have appellate court and Supreme Court justices, or we have private counsels to politicians in office masquerading as justices seated in the courts? Because today in Nigeria, every destruction and destabilization we see, opposition, they are facing war that has become unprecedented. The same way they destroy Labour Party, destroy PDP, they are now attacking the ADC. All of these have the active hand of the judiciary because the judicial arm of government have become a willing tool in the hands of the executive and the legislative arms of government, weaponized against the Nigerian people. That is why today INEC can sit down, interpret court orders to their own discretion without recourse to the court. Everybody has known that the Nigerian judiciary has become cash and carry, so they can decide to allow it to run anyhow, no matter the consequence to the people. Our dear NBA president, the Nigerian Bar Association and legal profession in this country must sit down and introspect and know what role you want to be remembered for in the history of Nigeria. That is why today politicians will rig elections, cause violence and trouble, and tell you to go to court. Because the Nigerian courts have become general hospital, where you go to bandage your wounds without anesthesia, all with the handwork of persons who are corrupt and criminal within the Nigerian legal profession and legal system. What exactly is going on in this country? To what extent does the legal profession want to sit down and be a part of the destruction of this country? What kind of judiciary will we have where court orders can be written conveniently from the comfort of offices of politicians? What kind of judiciary do you have where to become a senior advocate may just depend on your relationship to the son or daughter of a chief justice or any senior judicial officer? What kind of judiciary do we have where your ability to rise from high court to appellate court to Supreme Court may just depend on your relationship or being a spouse to a politician or a political actor? Our dear NBA president and the Nigerian Bar Association, this last year you were in Enugu for conference. I'm sure this year you should be in Rivers State, Port Harcourt. As you hold these conferences every year, your conscience should wake up and ask yourself, what is the role of the legal profession in saving this country? At a time like this, what are you doing? Are you a part of the destruction or are you a part of the rescue? It is a question for all of you to answer. Because the same pressure where we take to legislative arm to INEC, we are also going to take it now full force to the Nigerian judiciary. Every criminal element within that space who is hell-bent on destroying this country must feel the pressure from the people. Because if the judiciary remained incorruptible and rejected criminality, they cannot be used by persons in the executive and legislative arm of government against the Nigerian people and against the Nigerian state. We are calling upon you, NBA president and members of the legal profession. Nigeria is going into the drain. Nigeria is being destroyed with active participation from people from your group. Will you keep quiet? Mazia Famosigwe, we want to hear from you. We want to see persons of conscience and character wake up to stand with this country and with the young people of this nation to ensure that this country does not go into the hands of criminals who are hell-bent on destroying everything for their personal gain. My name is Peter for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.